All right, guys. Chinese v Chinese, DauT v MBL Arabia. This is Killer B. Ready to rock and roll here. This is the first game of the day for me. These guys have played a couple games already. We're streaming this one live on Twitch in case you're watching this in the future on YouTube. Hello from the past. Okay, so we've got 1v1 Arabia. We've got the Bye-Bye Man, MBL, and Mr. DauT here in blue. Both of these guys coming in pretty damn close to 2,300 for MBL and just a hair above 2,300 for DauT. We'll turn the chat off here real quick, and we'll rock and roll. Okay, Chinese early start. You're going to get that loom right away. You're going to start grabbing up food. One house down for DauT. On MBL's side, we've got one house as well. There you go. Maybe you didn't know that. I'm not going to claim that I know all of the intricacies. I don't know. Never mind. I was trying to be clever. Anyway, DauT right now is scouting around, grabbing up his sheep. Let's look at the blue player's map. He's got one of these wood lines that kind of sucks to the maybe northwest of his TC. But this can be walled. It's not that great to actually chop through. It's not very thick. Not going to give you archer protection for very long, and it just sucks to have to take a wood line like this. But the front cliff is nice. It's going to give him some structure in a basically naturally defended area. Another pond wood line for DauT on the bottom of the map. This one is also ugly, but doesn't suck that bad. And back gold here, side berries. This isn't the worst map I've seen. DauT's going to take the back side of this wood line. That's really interesting. I wouldn't have thought of that, but now that I see it, I think that's a great idea. He can probably block this area if he needs to, but he probably won't need to for quite a long time. I think this is a nice wood line. Also, notably, very close deer patch to this berry patch, so the mill can do double duty if DauT wants to do so. Anyway, DauT scouting around the map, relatively open on his flank that faces MBL, right? This is the flank that actually matters, because that's where MBL will be coming from early in this game. But potentially, you know, every flank matters. Flank lives matter. You heard it here first. But that front flank is really open. MBL has a relatively open front flank as well. Ugly double pond wood line on the front. Kind of a natural bit of wall to the left of his TC, but that's kind of the back door, which also is probably not going to be super important early. Nice wood line for MBL to the side of his TC. Sending another vill over to wood, but it's pretty damn late. Doesn't look like a drush build to me. Downhill here is ugly, but you can maybe get your buildings up on top of it to protect it. All in all, I think this is a pretty decent map for MBL. Front gold, though, on a downhill slope. Not so great, but I like his wood line so much more than DauT's. In my humble opinion, this is somewhat close to an even match. I'd say I would like DauT's map a little bit better, personally. But anyway, who cares what I like? Let's enjoy this one. Hey, lithalized. Don't offend those cute double ponds. Yeah, sorry about that. Unfortunately, I'll have to mute you for a while. All right, no problem. No problem, Hightower. Welcome, the Hippo fan. Welcome, Fire. Hey, Fire. Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to the channel. It's really strange when somebody who's like an actual pro at the game follows your channel. I'm assuming that's the real Fire and not somebody who stole the name. It's also pretty cool on Twitch that people don't steal names that much. You know, you would think everybody would just be like Fire or the Viper or whatever, just to like, you know, I don't know, kind of troll people. Anyway, at the moment, DauT with a pretty big score lead. I'm assuming that's a scouting lead. It is a scouting lead. MBL scouting his side really intensely. I don't want to profile anybody, but MBL does like to... Oops, he likes to find his sheep is really the problem right now. Looking for those last couple sheep. MBL does like to wall in 1v1s. He can sometimes get kind of intense with his walling. We'll see a barracks coming down from MBL here late in the Dark Age. At the moment, 300 food in the bank. Should be able to click up soon if he wants to. One more vill coming out. What I was going to say is MBL might be scouting his side intensely to wall, but he's just looking for sheep. Here's me jumping to conclusions. Anyway, DauT with that big lead because he is scouting around nicely. He's going to find MBL first. He's going to walk right into his wood line, hopefully not into his TC. And yeah, we'll see DauT at the moment with the food to click up, maybe grabbing one more vill here, yep, and then jumping up to the feudal age. Both players here, both players jumping at the same time. MBL one villager ahead of DauT. How did that happen? How did that happen? Both players should be loomed. They're playing as Chinese here. MBL is a full villager ahead of DauT, and he's 2 seconds behind him on the feudal age clickup. Not sure if DauT lost a Vil somehow and I didn't see it. Very interesting. Kill death is 0-0, so it would have had to be to a boar. But maybe just some efficient early game from MBL. Look at DauT's other deer patch. I didn't point this out, but he's got 2 deer patches really close to his mill and really close to his TC. Gotta love that on a map. Very open though for DauT. MBL, maybe not terribly surprisingly, is going to start walling up. He's actually going to wall up in front of that hill if he can. Quick walling at the moment, trying to get this done. Looks like MBL could build a couple militia if he wants to. His barracks was out early. He's got 3 villagers on gold. Looks like it's going to be a drush. Maybe not men-at-arms. Maybe an archer build after the drush. Good use of the drush in this case, probably, to distract his opponent and wall in. If you are going to wall, you got to keep your opponent honest while you do so. Fire, were you practicing games with DauT today's rating on HD? Odette, stream sniping, says the hippo. Is Odette here? Hey, Odette. Fire would like to take use of the double pond at MBL's base and go water. Yeah, that's right. Going water on these ponds. Here comes MBL's drush as we speak. We'll see DauT up to the feudal age, power building and archery range on his side of the map. DauT is not over on gold at the moment, so the blue player may be thinking about some skirms here. No, archer's coming out early. Just not going to have a whole lot of gold to work with at the moment. MBL using that drush probably exactly how he should, just being annoying, keeping his opponent busy, and keeping him honest. At the moment, MBL's walls are starting to, they're starting to creep around here. He's starting to do a pretty damn good job to protect himself. Sniped DauT Scout. Really clean, nice match from MBL so far. Able to get a villager ahead, I think just from efficiency. Man, I don't know what else it could be. Well, about a half a villager ahead, I suppose. And then able to go men-at-arms. Oh, wait. What's going on here? Now the villagers are dead even. What? I must have done some math wrong. Anyway, at the moment, those men-at-arms from MBL have been upgraded. They are going to be walking back into this eco and keeping the blue player really busy. DauT transitioning to gold there. He's now got 6 vills on gold, so he can build double-range archers. Probably had to build a couple skirms. Yeah, it looks like he's having to build a few skirms in order to bridge the gap. Didn't have that gold in the early feudal age. Those units aren't going to be the greatest to clean up this aggression, but yeah, he'll get the job done. MBL's probably not going to do a ton of damage with these men-at-arms, but they're still a really nice choice because they've given him so much time back at home to get his eco going and get himself ready. Archery range coming for MBL. It's actually going to be 2 ranges, just one. Oh, there's another vill here behind the palisade. 2 vills, quickly building a couple ranges. MBL's men-at-arms will roam around the map here and basically keep DauT honest. DauT's doing a fair bit of walling himself, blocking in the pond with a couple palisades. Don't forget to do that. Blocking in the flank toward the gold, walling right in front of the TC here. He's going to have safe gold, safe wood, nice deer patch on the back, safe berries. This is a pretty darn good position from DauT. It's pretty claustrophobic, but at least for now, I would say it's pretty decent. Let's see. I hope you get these 82 points to go 2K. Guys talking about Fire's HD experience. I find HD really difficult to play. I don't know. Maybe it's just my love of AOC. Anyway, no upgrades yet on any of these ranged units. Men-at-arms camping out on the hill. MBL full skirm at the moment. Just 1 villager on gold, building a defensive tower, doing some more walling. It looks like MBL is not going to go too deep into archers for now. So DauT building archers, MBL building counters. DauT is walled, so MBL probably not going to get any raiding done, even if he did have some archers out on the map. And for now, we'll wait and see how this game progresses. At the moment, there is nothing over here to be harassed by the yellow player. MBL walling the back door pretty nicely. You don't want people like circling around behind your TC, and this would have been a nice area to be able to walk into that wood line. So nice couple of houses and a blacksmith there for MBL. Fletching coming for DauT at the moment. And yeah, I got a little confused about who was who. Blue and yellow armies are opposite their bases. Anyway, DauT climbing up the hill, getting his upgrade in. He could take this fight. I guess he will take this fight. MBL retreating for the moment. Just a couple of skirms here for the yellow player who also has +1. MBL will grab padded archer armor for the moment, but he just doesn't have the military size to fight his opponent, really. At the moment, DauT has a much larger group. Unfortunately for DauT, most of MBL's units are skirms, and most of DauT's units here are archers. just not going to get really effective trades. Padded Archer armor comes in, those skirms become even more arrow resistant, and it looks like DauT is going to get out of dodge for a moment. So let's look at resources here. DauT on 100 food, 100 gold. MBL 200 food, 100 gold at the moment. DauT grabbing Padded Archer armor as well. DauT's chopped through his backwood line. It probably won't matter because these units are very slow from MBL. I don't think he'll walk around there and sneak up on DauT, but yeah, keep that in mind. Right on the front porch, though, there is a little bit of harassment coming in from a couple archers from MBL. Doing a nice job to idle some wood line there. Talked about DauT's wood lines not being very thick. It's kind of an issue. And MBL for now will at least idle some eco, getting some value out of his early army. Maybe getting a slight edge on his opponent. Well, at the moment, it would suggest that DauT's a bit ahead here. Military is very similar in size. Resources, once again, 200 and 150 for one player, 200 and 350 for the other. Still pretty darn close. At the moment, both players seem to be in full production mode. DauT building skirms and MBL building some skirms. MBL plays Chinese really nicely. That's at least my opinion. I think Chinese might be the best civ for MBL. Maybe that's a really weird claim to make. But I've watched a lot of games from this guy, and he really does. He seems to have a very high win percentage. MBL picking off all of the archers that he can here from DauT, costing his opponent a fortune. Eventually, we'll have to retreat, and we'll lose some units there, but in the end, probably decent trades. Trash for gold, my friends. Wheelbarrow coming in for DauT. MBL housed for a second there. That was a bummer, but just a fraction of a second. Villagers at the moment are +1 for DauT, and he's already got Wheelbarrow halfway done. So DauT maybe... actually, maybe MBL got Wheelbarrow already. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know. Castle Age coming for the yellow player as we speak. DauT on the other side. A little low on food to be clicking up. Really floating a lot of gold. DauT transitioned to skirms to deal with MBL skirms, and now he's just floating a ton of gold. Did move some villagers off of gold to build a market. Might be selling or buying food as we speak. Looks like he is buying some food. DauT's being a little cheap, though. Yeah, there you go. Get the last one, buddy. DauT didn't want to buy that much food, but getting the job done here, clicking up. He will be about a minute behind MBL to the next age. Chinese v Chinese at the moment, it is a full-on skirmisher war. 20 military approximately for both players. We're seeing +1/+1 on both sides of the match. And both players just happy to trade on flat ground for a moment. MBL trying to send a runner, or a couple of runners here for a brief second. Going to regroup his units. Yellow player here will add in a scout. Incredibly effective against all of this trash. However, DauT's just going to get out of dodge. That scout's not really going to change. You know what? That scout's doing okay. +1 defense already. Looks like for the moment, that scout's going to stay on his feet and run interference. A little meat shielding going on here. Interesting exchange, because MBL basically throwing all of his skirms in here as if he doesn't want to upgrade them anymore. It's almost like, I'm done with these units, let's just get some value out of them right here, right now. Did get some armor upgrades, grabbing bowsaw right away, double stable build for the yellow player. I wonder if DauT anticipates MBL to go into something different. I mean, I'm sure he does anticipate it. But I wonder if what tips him off is the massive aggression from this army of MBL. For a while there, MBL was really fighting a very difficult battle. He was outnumbered by DauT, but he kept throwing those skirms in. Almost like, I'm trying to get rid of these. Fire sale. Anyway, at the moment, +1 defense, knights roaming toward the blue player DauT. DauT goes scale barding armor as well. Double stables for the blue player. It's going to be camels early on for DauT. DauT's going to build the counters, as probably you should if you're up a little later than your opponent. For now, MBL will roam. I don't know about this. He's going to, unfortunately, lose a little control on that knight and probably lose him for really cheap. First couple camels from DauT hanging out in defense. We've got more skirms coming from MBL. He will go elite skirmisher. I guess I read that totally wrong. MBL with a couple vills on stone, maybe thinking about dropping another TC. DauT at the moment has dropped another TC, at least I would guess. Maybe he sold. Nah, there it is. DauT's going to have 2 TCs. This TC pressed right up against the back of the map, but it will keep this gold pile safe. DauT transitioning into knights, +2 defense for the blue player. Still just +1 for MBL. MBL going skirmishers and elite skirm, and DauT really abandoning the archer line altogether. So at the moment, MBL's army here, his composition isn't so great to fight DauT. DauT can kind of run in on these skirms, can kind of do a little damage. MBL with a couple more camels, though, should deter the blue player. So, for the moment, we've got a Chinese war on Arabia. Castle Age is upon us. Villager counts are really close. Yeah, pretty decent-sized battle here in the middle. DauT really going deep into cleaning up some of these skirms. Camels should eventually push the blue player back, but DauT was in it. He was in it to win it there for a minute. MBL back at home is going to have 1 TC, so DauT should pull away. A second TC coming on the front here for Mr. MBL. Yeah, and we've kind of got a little bit of a lull in the action. Not going to see too much camel raiding from MBL at the moment, I don't think. But let's see. Hello, Killer B. Hey, AoE fan. Good to see you. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Good to have you guys with me. Anyway, for the moment, we've got double stable knights from DauT. He is Bloodline, +1/+2 defense. MBL on the other side is going to have Bloodlines with +1/+1. That's interesting that MBL doesn't have +2, but I guess maybe that is his decision. Mostly camels for MBL, so he should be able to take really any fight he wants right now. At least defensively, should be just fine. DauT at the moment is floating a little golden food, but pretty damn balanced eco. Monks starting to roll in for Mr. DauT. MBL is still taking a little stone, but not aggressively. Not thinking about a castle, I don't think, anytime soon. Yellow player here does not have a monastery. Oh, he does. Monastery up on the front as well. So, camels and knights and monks, still these elite skirmishers are alive, which is really surprising to me. MBL just, I guess, using them to soak up some damage from those knights. A little buffer, I guess. Pretty cost-effective so far from MBL, building mostly counters. DauT hasn't gotten to do any raiding. Third TC coming for the yellow player on the left side of the map. Yeah, if you're DauT at this point, you're playing very defensive. DauT here is really keeping to himself. He's under his own TC with these knights. In the meantime, MBL's just got skirms on the front, just kind of daring his opponent to come in. The one thing that could happen that would be kind of bad for MBL is if these knights start to circle around the other side. If DauT starts to try to do some raiding, that could be an interesting turn of events. We'll have to wait and see if something like that happens. DauT could go into camels and defend himself in the meantime, but I'm speculating too much. That's not my job. My job is just to watch here and enjoy. Ooh, nice monk snipe. MBL able to grab a little bit of gold there for free. Yellow player at the moment. MBL is on the ball. He's doing a couple of things really, really nicely. DauT will have 3 TCs a little sooner. He'll have 10 more vills than his opponent. And he's floating some gold here. Should be in good shape. Ecos are very similar. MBL, I think, with a little bit more stone. Has spread his TCs out a little more than his opponent. And, yeah, for the moment, controls some map. MBL kind of hanging in the middle here, keeping DauT busy. Looks like DauT will send those knights to where? Oh boy. Oh boy, this doesn't look good at all. DauT's going to run in for the monks. 2 conversions coming in for the yellow player. Camels are going to clean up these knights, aren't they? Lots of knights focusing on those elite skirms. DauT really taking the bait there. Really going after the units that he probably doesn't need to kill. Monk from DauT gets a convert. Looks like that monk will get sniped by skirms. And MBL at the moment really absolutely and totally controls this match. At least militarily, he's in a really nice position. DauT is 15 villagers ahead, though, so I would have to guess that MBL is going to do something brazen, and he is. He's going to drop a castle right on DauT's front doorstep. He will take this entire area away, and it might kind of be GG if that castle gets built. And the thing is, that castle's going to get built because MBL's camping here with camels. If DauT runs in to try to deny that, he's going to lose all of his knights. DauT will build a couple a siege workshop and a TC. Power building a TC here, which is an interesting thing. I thought he was building a couple siege workshops. But I don't know, man. I don't know if this is really going to help. MBL actually able to deny the siege workshop. Castle's going up, and I think this is going to be... Boy, unless DauT knows something I don't, this feels like GG. DauT will lose his front stone pile. He's going to lose a ton of farms here on the front. Unfortunately, the blue player here, DauT, not really having a lot of units to work with to try to rush down a castle. Not like he's got a bunch of rams or anything ready. He's also still outnumbered by MBL. MBL with 36 units, lots of camels. This is a really good position for MBL. DauT's going to fight for a minute here. MBL will click to Imperial Age. Man, I don't know if there is an option for DauT to still pull his way back in. I mean, I guess if anybody can do it, maybe the DauTster can. But, man, I really don't know how this one is going to end. I should say, I don't know how DauT is going to win this game. MBL taking stone very aggressively, maybe thinking about dropping another castle. You know, if DauT got to imp first, oh my sweet Jesus, look at the villagers that are dead here on the front for DauT. Wow. If DauT got to Imperial way before his opponent, he could drop a castle in his own area and start to treb. Trebbing is feels like the only option at the moment. But that is not going to be the case. MBL will hit Imperial at the same time, and MBL is probably going to have 2 castles before DauT has his first one. DauT hemorrhaging villagers as we speak. He is dropped down to MBL's level. Ooh, taking gold here on the side. Totally clandestine mining camp from DauT. Gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, but unfortunately it is not going to pay off. MBL with plus does have the second defensive upgrade, also has the second damage upgrade. The castle here from MBL is not going to be up in DauT's face. It's going to be protecting this gold pile and taking away an avenue for DauT to walk across the map. MBL seems to have this one sewn up. Maybe when his Imperial Age comes in, DauT will call it a day. DauT's going to power build that castle that we speculated about, and he's going to hope that he's Imperial first to build some trebs, but he's not going to be Imperial first, and this castle is actually potentially going to be very slow. It's going to be very slow coming up. Several villagers getting shot down. MBL hits the Imperial Age. DauT calls GG. Really great game from MBL there. Going into some skirms, going into some counter units early, and then dropping a castle right up in DauT's grill and basically honeypotting DauT into a couple of really bad fights. You got to do what you got to do on a map like this. Can't really blame DauT for the way that it went down. But great play from MBL. Good game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you're watching on YouTube, I'll catch you next time. I'm Killer B. If you're watching on Twitch, let's get this party started. Booyah.